AI can take away our jobs? AI can take away our jobs now. How many of you think? One. After 5 years, I need to see. 10%. So all of you are convinced that AI is not going to take away our jobs? Yes or no? Okay. So I'll keep this more interactive so that you also participate, and we'll talk more about what's there in the presentation today. So when it comes to AI tools, right? So all of you would have used some AI tools. You've used Gemini. I think now Gemini, I think you had a free student version for 1 year. Most of you would have enrolled. Have you tried Gemini? For what? Nano Banana for generating images. What else? Any other use case? For getting your assignments done? Is it? For helping you write code? For helping you learn stuff? Anything else? VO3 you would have used to generate videos? How many of you have used Gemini CLI? I just want to see, are you aware? Show of hands, let's quickly see. Any other CLI? Apart from Gemini you have used? CLI stands for? Command line interface. And we are talking about how will help improve our productivity using Gemini CLI, and we are certainly going to see how hardware operates and we can make our things more easier. So the agenda for the day is going to be about, you can see on the screen, it's about building a simple React app. I'm not going to build it, but just for your understanding, we're going to talk about Gemini CLI approach. We'll debug some code. We'll try to see some Git actions. We'll try to talk about some other hardware features. But yeah, let's come to this point. JavaScript, have you heard of? You would have used JavaScript, right? One of the favorite languages of everyone. JavaScript developers, JS developers, React developers. For example, if I give you an idea, let's say I've given you an idea before this generative AI, agentic AI age. How much time it would have taken you to build a React application? Yes? How much time? Building a React application with some theme. You need to build an application, write code, set up everything, set up your environment, deploy that application, get a usable link. It might take you some number of days before the agentic AI, generative AI era. Agree with me, yes or no? These are some of the steps, right? First of all, you're a very beginner, you're learning stuff. You open VS Code, launch an integrated terminal, then there are these basic steps that we all could have done. Now, let's suppose that number of days, right? It can be 7 days, 8 days, 10 days. Depends how good you are at it and if you're learning it right now or not. Now, if you're doing it with Gemini CLI, there are 3 steps. You open a VS Code or any application. You need to install Gemini CLI on your PC or laptop. There's a command known as Gemini. Once you type that, the CLI interface will be opened, and then you can give a human prompt for whatever you want to have. There's no need to learn a lot of Git commands. There's no need to learn a lot of syntaxes. But a human prompt would work. And I've tried it myself, and results have been improving over time. We can't say it's 100%, but every single update of Gemini CLI, we get to see a lot of things. So how much time do you think with this it would take? Maybe an hour or so, or some more time, some lesser time than what we used to do with normal coding. Now, let's see how can we automate things with Logitech MX series. So Logitech MX series, it's a series of products that they have, and they can help you become more productive at your work. Now let's say if I want to automate these 3 steps: opening VS Code, launching a terminal, typing in Gemini, giving first command, second command, third command, any set of basic infrastructure I want to automate using a Logitech MX series mouse. It's just one click. You just need to press one button that can be automated using an application that they have inbuilt known as Logi Options. I'll just show you a small demo in the form of a video. Just a minute. I know technical glitches are a part of every technical event. Let's try and present again, if we have some luck. So this video will help you see how you can very easily automate a click of your mouse. Right? I'll just try to show it on screen. So this is the Logi Options app. And this is how the mouse looks like. It has 7 buttons, and each button can be customized for whatever operation you want to perform. Whether you want to customize your Git actions, whether you want to customize your VS Code, whether you want to give some commands, whether you want to use it for any other purpose. Any software it is compatible with. So for example, this is the button that I want to customize it for building a React application or any other commands you can give. This is just a demo. So I'll click on that button. I'll create a workflow similar to what you create on n8n. So this workflow has 7-8 steps. The first step is opening VS Code. Second step is a delay of some seconds. Third step is opening the terminal, some more delay, typing in Gemini, some more delay, giving the command. So these are the 5-6 steps I have automated, and now I'm trying to test this. So I'll click on test, and this is how it works. So these are the steps it is going to perform. I'll click on try it. Now see how this works. Just one click and it opens up VS Code. It opens up terminal. It types in Gemini. Okay. It gives the command to build a React application, and it's done in a few minutes. Right? So this is how you automate stuff using a hardware. We underestimate a lot of hardware products, just that how will they be helpful for improving my productivity. But just imagine when you sit on your desk and you want to start work. There's one mouse button that you press and it opens up VS Code, it opens up your Spotify with the calm music, plus your emails all together. Right? You set up for your work very quickly. Next is developer productivity challenge. So when you code, right, there are so many different problems that we face. One is context switching. We need to constantly move from one tab to another, one application to another, one CLI to another, and this is painful. Imagine you're not doing it without a monitor. It's even more painful. There's so many repetitive tasks, writing a boilerplate code, writing a basic architect of something. There's some knowledge gaps. Again, code quality, time pressure, some things that all of us have faced and would never want to face. Let's try and see how we can debug code using one single click. You are using VS Code. Just imagine a situation you're using VS Code. Within that VS Code, there's an error or a failure that comes in. Now you just need to press one mouse button on that error. It will automatically open your Gemini or any other IDE like ChatGPT or any other LLM model like ChatGPT or Claude, and you will get the reason for that failure. Yeah. So, for example, this is again number of steps. We are automating one specific key. For example, I press this key, I'll confirm the trigger. These are the steps. I'll click on try it or save. Yep. So for example, this is the code that I was working on. There's a failure in the last line. So I just need to press on that failure, that key. It automatically opens ChatGPT, gives that failure, and I get the answer. You can do it for Gemini also, or any other LLM that you prefer working with. You can do it, you do the same for Stack Overflow. One more application is using Git action. For example, you want to Git commit or you want to Git add, Git push. That can similarly be automated. Right, that can be similarly be automated. For example, I have set up two specific keys, one specific key on the Logi MX series keyboard. I just press the key and it runs two commands: git add, git push, git commit. Right? So this is how we automate Git actions using the mouse. One more thing, there's hardware action, right? Just see, I'll scroll the mouse and it will scroll, let's say 2100 lines of code at the same point of time. This is how it scrolls. This is infinite scroll. You can switch between monitors, displays very easily. You can move between tabs using this horizontal scroll. You can move from one PC to another on keyboard as well. And this is how you keep your hand on your mouse. It's very comfortable. These were the problems, and these are somehow solved using the MX series. You can build also on your own. There's something known as Logitech Smart Actions. There's an application that comes in known as Logi Options, where you can customize, build these workflows, and you can automate a lot of your tasks. Core capabilities in general for Gemini CLI, it is better than or comparable to a lot of other IDs. First of all, coding assistant and terminal assistant that we already saw in the example. Transformation, for example, you can automate, or if there's some GCP operation that you want to perform, you can do that as well.